Yes people, what is happening, how are we all doing, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you every single thing that you need to know about vehicles in Lego Fortnite. And so with that information out of the way, then let's not waste any more time, let's jump straight into things and let's do this. If you didn't already know, we've got 3 brand new vehicles and they are known as the Speeder, the Off-Roader and the Hauler. They vary in size, with the Speeder of course being the smallest and the fastest. The Off-Roader is somewhere in the middle and can carry more passengers. And then finally right at the top, the slowest but the biggest is the Hauler. Good news, okay people, now that vehicles are finally in the game, they are actually incredibly easy to build. You're not going to need some ridiculously rare resources in order to get your hands on these, it's all very simple. You can find them very simply in your build menu, where you would find the rest of your buildings that you may well create in your survival world. In order to build the first and smallest of these vehicles, known as the Speeder, you're going to need 18 wooden rods, 9 granite, 8 wood, 8 cord and 2 planks. And if you've been playing Lego Fortnite since the launch of the game, I'm pretty sure you've definitely got all of that stuff. If the recipes for these vehicles aren't showing up in your build menu, all you need to do is add one of the resources that I've just spoken about into your inventory and then it should pop up. The Speeder is extremely easy to build, it doesn't have many stages and you'll get it done in no time. As for the slightly bigger Off-Roader, things are a little bit different. You're going to need 20 wooden rods, 34 wood, 31 granite, 16 flex wood, 9 planks, 4 flex wood rods, 8 cord, 2 glass and 2 torches. So slightly different resources needed for this one, but I think we can all agree on the fact that that is still pretty easy and those are not difficult resources to get at all. And then our third and final vehicle, the one that is by far the biggest of the 3, is known as the Hauler, and for this you're going to need wood, granite and wooden rods, as well as frostpine, flexwood, planks, frostpine rods, cord, glass and torches. The exact numbers of those you can see on screen right here because it is quite a lot. It's 52 wooden rods, 102 wood, 63 granite, 30 frostpine, 24 flexwood, 10 planks, 6 frostpine rods, 8 cord, 2 glass and 2 torches. That is quite frankly an absolutely insane amount of resources, but remember, this is by far the biggest vehicle. And just to mention it one more time, as I said before, if you don't see the recipes for these popping up in your build menu, just add in some of the resources that I've spoken about for any of the 3 vehicles and that one should pop up. So things have started off great, you've decided to build a particular vehicle, but you're stuck now with a slight problem, it can't go anywhere. But don't panic, because I'm going to tell you exactly how you're going to solve that problem. The first thing you need to do is create the brand new compost bin machine. And in order to create that, you're going to need 5 planks, 2 soil, 1 sand and 3 fertilizer. And as we all know as Lego Fortnite professionals, those are all pretty standard resources, so no doubt you've got them already. And if the compost bin recipe doesn't show up in your stations menu, once again, just like before, add one of these resources into your inventory and it should appear right there. Now that you've got your compost bin, it's time to start recycling some stuff. And a little word of warning here people, okay? The compost bin is only going to accept certain things for recycling, just like real life. So don't attempt to put anything in there like bright core or copper, it's not going to work, it's just not even going to let you. Your best bet for recycling is going to be food items that you don't necessarily want anymore. You can chuck in all different kinds of food, it could be pizzas, it could be pies, whatever you want. I must warn you though people, the amount of time this thing takes to recycle whatever you put into it is insane. It takes absolutely ages. It is by far the slowest machine we've ever had in Lego Fortnite. And truthfully as well, the amount of things that it gives you in return for putting in some pretty good items is actually not very much. But once you've managed to wait ages for it to actually work, it's going to give you 3 different things. And that is going to be a combination of biomass, which is a brand new item in the game, but you can also get soil and fertilizer. But I think we all know that the most important of these by an absolute mile is going to be the brand new biomass. Because this is the first thing that we're going to need in order to be able to drive our vehicles. Once you have biomass in your inventory, you'll notice that at your crafting bench you've got a brand new recipe. This is known as the power cell, and this is what we're going to be using to power our vehicles so we can actually finally drive them. But ladies and gentlemen, it's probably pretty important that I mention to you, in order to craft a power cell at your crafting bench, you are going to need 50 biomass and 6 glass. The 6 glass is probably not going to be a problem for you, but 50 biomass, trust me, this is big. Considering your compost bin doesn't actually give you that much biomass, even if you put in quite a lot of items, this might take you quite a while. But once you've managed to get the required resources, so 50 biomass and 6 glass, you're now able to craft your first power cell. Once you have your first one, all you need to do is go up to the power center on your vehicle, you open it up and just pop it straight in. It's probably pretty important to mention though, the number of power cells that each vehicle will take is very different. Due to the fact the speeder is incredibly small, you can actually only stick in one power cell at a time. The off-roader will allow you to do 2 because it's slightly bigger, and then finally the hauler is of course the biggest of the 3 vehicles. This can actually hold 4 power cells at a time, and these will gradually be worn out as you drive across your world. Don't panic though if you do run out of power cells, because you can still carry more in your inventory if you want to. However, every single one of them will take up 1 full inventory slot. These can't be stacked, so if you do decide to bring some extra ones with you, they're gonna take up a lot of space. Power cells aren't going to be the only new thing that you can craft at your crafting bench though, as we've now got an illuminator. This thing may be pretty useful, but it's also massively heavy on your resources. In order to get the recipe for it, all you need to do is add in one of the following things to your inventory. It can be wool thread, glass, a thermal fish, or bright core. The recipe for this in your crafting bench can be a little bit awkward to find because it's not really where you'd expect it to be. You can actually find it in with the other charms. And prepare to have your resources rinsed if you want to craft this thing, because in order to do it, you're going to need 3 wool thread, 10 glass, 5 purple thermal fish, and 10 bright core. Don't get me wrong, that is a lot of resources that you're going to need. However, this thing is actually equipment. You stick it next to your charms where your glider and things like that go. So luckily, you're not going to have to keep crafting it over and over again. Whilst you're out on your journey though, there is the chance that you might need some food. And apparently it's summer in Lego Fortnite right now because they've given us a ton of ice creams we can make. And in order to make that happen, the first thing you're going to need is actually snow, which is something that we've never had in Lego Fortnite before. And it's pretty simple in terms of how you're going to do that. All you need to do is take yourself over to the snow biome and start digging with a shovel. Once you've got this in your inventory, you're going to get new recipes to create at your juicer. The first of those is your standard basic ice cream, and in order to create this one, all you're going to need is 3 snow and 1 milk. I mean, it couldn't really be much easier to get a nice brand new item in Lego Fortnite, could it? But if you're looking for something a little bit more impressive, why not get yourself the spicy ice cream? All this is going to take is 3 snow, 1 milk, and then you need to add in 2 spicy peppers as well. And this actually has some very interesting features. It's going to give you resistance to cold temperatures exactly like the spicy peppers do normally, but the ice cream is actually going to heal you more if you're in the desert, but less if you're in the ice biome. And that actually works exactly the same with the normal basic ice cream too. And then the final and quite frankly best brand new ice cream recipe that we've got is for the snowberry ice cream. And in order to get hold of this one, you're going to need 3 snow, 1 milk and 3 snowberries, so once again, pretty easy. And this is going to work exactly as you'd expect. It's going to give you temporary heat resistance while you're in the desert. It will also heal more in hot temperatures and less in the cold. So basically, if you're in the desert, this is essentially the perfect healing item to take with you. Don't panic though, if you're somebody who wants to be able to make your own custom vehicles in Lego Fortnite, they've got you covered as well. Because every single one of the different aspects that you use to create the vehicles with standard prefabs are available for you to do what you want with too. Every different aspect of those vehicles is available for you, including things like power centers, driver's seat, wheels. All of that is available for you in the toys menu, and it's extremely easy to build with some very simple resources being used. And one final thing, Lego Fortnite is now going to give you the ability to link as many thrusters as you want to a switch. And that is of course to be used when you're making a custom vehicle. But in order to make that happen, you're going to need the brand new wrench item that can be a little bit awkward to find. But if you add into your inventory either wooden rods or cord, you'll actually unlock the recipe at your crafting bench, and you can find it in the first tab of your crafting bench with all the other tools and weapons all the way down at the bottom. So if you're looking to create some absolutely ludicrous insane vehicle, that thing is definitely going to help you out. And so there we go then people, that is every single thing that you need to know about vehicles in Lego Fortnite. And that's basically everything I've got for you in today's video. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.